All right, so this is going to be the second video for Notes 20. Technically, it's actually the third video because the first one I split into two parts, depending on your method. But for this one, you're going to get one video on factoring the difference between two squares. So jumping right into problem number 5. If you want to see the rewrite step here, first of all, you don't have a GCF, so let's start there. No GCF, okay. The rewrite step is if you wanted to rewrite this as something squared minus something squared, that would be minus 9 squared. So now when you go to factor it, you're going to grab an x and an x. That creates the x squared. 9 times 9 creates the 81. To make the 81 negative, make one of your factors positive, make one of your factors negative, and that is the factored form for the difference of perfect squares. The quick double check across the entire thing, x times x, x squared. 9 times negative 9 is negative 81. Positive 9x minus 9x creates basically a no x term in the middle. That would be the canceled term, or the invisible one if you guys think about it. All right. Moving over to number 6 here, it says to factor. I cannot take out the 4 as a GCF, but I can break it and rewrite this as 2 squared, x squared, and then 9 would be 3 squared. So my factors, I would pull a 2 and an x, a 2 and an x, a 3 and a 3, and make one negative, make one positive. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. If I multiply these, I get negative 6x. If I multiply the outsides, I get positive 6x. If I add a negative 6x and a positive 6x, I get nothing. So that is why there's no like middle x term here. There's just nothing else to deal with. All right, problem number 7. The difference with number 6 and number 7 is in number 6, I have this leading 4, but I can't factor it out. In number 7, I have a leading 4, but I can factor it out. So I am going to. All right, I absolutely want to make sure that I'm factoring out my GCFs. So I'm going to factor out a 4 from both of these. Okay, so 4x squared minus 9. Now I can factor just the x squared minus 9 part. So 4, I'm going to split the x, split the x, there's positive. Splitting up the 9 makes a positive 3 and a negative 3. All right, so x times x is x squared. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Minus 3x, positive 3x, they cancel. The 4, of course, was the GCF that you took out first. And yes, you always want to take out your GCFs first. Okay? So speaking of GCFs, which is problem number 8, oh, look, I have another GCF. In this case, I want to take out a factor of 6. So taking out a factor of 6, that would be p squared minus, what is that, 4? Sure, we'll go with a 4. Leave behind the 6, split up the p squared minus 4. So p and p, 2 and 2, one's positive, one's negative. And just to make sure that I can actually math today, p times p is p squared. Positive 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Positive 2p, then minus 2p cancels. I can math today. Go me. And that would be the end of this video on factoring the difference between two squares. As always, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll see you in the next one.